Namaste children, welcome to our next class. In last class you learned about what's the meaning of matter, how the solids are different from liquids, and what are the characters of solids. This all you learned. So in today's class you're going to read more about the liquids, how the liquids are, what characters they are showing, what properties they are showing, you will understand in this lesson. So, before going to the lesson, we'll see the keywords given in this particular chapter. Here, VOLUME, volume, means space taken up by an object. Space taken up by an object. Any object, what is the space it's taking, known as volume.
Volume. Volume. Space taken up by an object.
And now to understand this, we'll do one small fun activity. You need to identify the shapes of these objects. Whatever the objects I am giving, you have to identify the shapes of these objects. Whether they are taking the space, are they able to flow or not, this all you have to find out. So as yesterday's one day before I forwarded this table, so you all have written this table already in your notebook. So one by one we will see and we'll try to identify their properties. So the first one, take up space. Is ice taking up the space? Do the ice cube need some space? Definitely. Do the ice can flow from one place to another place or from one container to another container? Not at all. It's not possible. Can change the shape? Yes. When you keep ice cubes some time outside, it melts and change into like water. So it's changing the shape. Then same way about wood, about water, about ice, you mention in this table and complete your activity. Okay. Has a fixed shape? Do the eyes have a particular shape? Yes. Can change the shape? Yes. So wherever yes answer will come, you just put the tick mark. Okay. Now you watch this video to understand more about the lesson.
Water and juice take up the space inside the glass or bowl. They can flow freely and change their shape when poured into different containers. They can be kept in open container.
Okay. So the how solids are and how the liquids are different in their property we'll see. All these things have mass and they take up some space. They are occupying some place and they are also having some mass, some weight they have. Now you see how the liquids are flowing freely.
Water and juice take up the space inside the glass or bowl. They can flow freely and change their shape when poured into different containers.
So liquids, juices and all changing their shape according to the container. If they are in the glass, they are taking the glass space. If they are in a container, they get the shape of the container. That means they are changing their shape, but the amount of juice is same. If it is in the glass, same amount of juice. If it is in the bowl, same amount of juice. But only the shape has changed. They had taken the container shape wherever they are poured, but their volume is same. Their volume is same, but their shape is only changing according to the container. Understood? Now, how are wood and ice different from water and juice? Wood and ice are solids because they are not flowing freely and they have fixed shape and volume. Whereas water and juice can flow freely, they do not have fixed shape but they have the volume. So, based on this, you can categorize them. The same thing explained here. Ice and wood have fixed shape and size. They take up the space. Their shapes do not change when they are put into another bowl, so they are solids. The water and the juice do not have a fixed shape. They take up the space of the container in which they poured. Understood, children? So the tableau column answers you can check once. Now, how do you know if something is a liquid? When it is flowing very freely, that's a liquid. And when it is taking the container shape, that's a liquid. When it has particular mass and a fixed volume, that's a liquid. What will happen if you keep the ice cubes in the bowl for some time and why? When you keep ice cubes some time outside, they'll absorb the heat from surrounding and they will melt and change into like water. They melt and turn into like water. This will happen because the ice cubes will absorb heat from the surrounding and change into liquid. This process can be faster if we heat them. Similarly, we can convert many solids into liquids by heating and can convert them back into solids by cooling. So we can change the things from solid to state to liquid, liquid to get solid again back, like that. And now we will see the questions given in the worksheet in this particular chapter. What questions are given in the worksheet, we'll see. So the first one is liquids. Look at the picture. Look at the picture and circle the things that are liquids. As shown in the figure, the glass, in the glass juice is there, that's the liquid, you circulate. And the bottle milk is there, that's also a liquid, you can circle. But the bowl is having some pulses, they are not liquids. The spoon is not a liquid. And now complete the table. Coffee beans are in solid shape. And one reason for your answer, how can you say the coffee seeds are in solid shape? Because they have particular shape and the size. They are having particular size and shape. That's why you can say those are solids. Coffee, cup of hot coffee. Coffee is in liquid form because they do not have a fixed shape and can flow very freely. That's why you can consider coffee is in liquid form. What will happen if we heat a chocolate bar and why? When we heat the chocolate bar, it melts, it absorbs the heat and get melts and become like watery substance. That means liquid state it will come. From solid to liquid it will change. Now you read this lesson from your content book page 20 and then try to answers practice questions